Hi, and welcome back to We Recap. Today, I'll be walking you through a suspenseful thriller called The Hidden Face. The film opens with our main character, Adrián, a talented and renowned orchestra conductor. He receives a disturbing video message from his girlfriend, Belén. In the video, she tells him that although she still loves him, she can no longer continue their relationship, and she's leaving him for good. She insists he shouldn't try to find her. Adrián is crushed by her words. Desperate to escape the emotional turmoil, he heads to a local bar to drink his sorrow away. He drinks heavily and eventually gets into a heated fight with a stranger in the parking lot. The stranger's girlfriend breaks it up and drives off, leaving Adrián behind. Just then, Fabiana, the bartender, steps in to help. She offers to call him a taxi, but he refuses, so instead, she decides to take him back to her place. On the way to her home, they share a lighthearted moment in the car as Adrián humorously conducts the music playing on the radio. They continue to enjoy each other's company once they arrive at her place. The next morning, Adrián wakes up in unfamiliar surroundings, not entirely sure where he is. Fabiana questions him about what had happened the night before and why he seems so down, but Adrián remains tight-lipped. He finishes his coffee quickly and rushes out without even saying a proper goodbye. Later, we see Adrián attempting to lead an orchestra rehearsal, but he's clearly distracted and unable to focus. He cuts the session short. That night, he returns to the bar to apologize to Fabiana for disappearing that morning. She accepts his apology, and in an attempt to make up for his abrupt exit, Adrián invites her to visit the theater where he works. Their connection deepens, and before long, they're in a full-fledged romantic relationship. One morning, after spending the night together at Adrián's secluded mansion, Fabiana wakes up before Adrián. While using the bathroom, she hears an odd sound coming from the drain. Her curiosity piqued, she begins to explore the house. She discovers some sketches of shoe designs that clearly don't belong to her, raising suspicions. Adrián catches her examining the drawings and casually suggests they have breakfast, trying to steer her attention elsewhere. While they eat outside, Fabiana asks Adrián why he chose to live so far from the city. He explains that he needs solitude and tranquility to nurture his creativity. Soon, two detectives, Francesco and Bernardo, arrive at the mansion. They're investigating Belén's sudden disappearance. We learn that she vanished without leaving any clues behind, and Adrián, as her former boyfriend, is the prime suspect. The detectives ask a series of probing questions and begin searching the property. Adrián grows visibly agitated when they start poking around the garden, implying that they might suspect he buried her body there. He insists that Belén simply ran off to start a new life with another man. He tells Fabiana that he's attempted to reach out to Belén's family but received no response. Later that night, while Adrián plays the piano, Fabiana invites him to join her in bed. As she takes a bath, she hears that eerie noise again from the drain and notices the water moving unnaturally even though she's completely still. Spooked, she jumps out and runs to Adrián. Just then, a bolt of lightning knocks the power out, but Adrián reassures her that power outages are common during storms. As things start heating up between them, Fabiana suddenly requests that Adrián remove the dog, Hans, from the room because it makes her uncomfortable. The following evening, Fabiana chats with a coworker about Adrián. We find out the coworker is Detective Bernardo, the same one who came to the house. He voices his concern about how quickly Fabiana and Adrián got together following Belén's disappearance. Fabiana insists that Belén left of her own volition and Adrián had nothing to do with it. During the conversation, it's revealed that Fabiana and Bernardo used to date. Adrián later performs at an important concert and introduces Fabiana to the orchestra manager, Tito. Tito praises Adrián and implies that his departure will leave a significant void, hinting that Adrián is planning to leave his position soon. Back at the mansion, Fabiana experiences another frightening moment while taking a shower. The water suddenly turns scalding hot, burning her skin. She jumps out in pain and notices the same strange noise from the sink. Already on edge, Hans scares her again. While frantically moving around in Adrián's bedroom, she stumbles upon a hidden key beneath a loose floorboard. She decides to wear it around her neck as a pendant. The next storm knocks the lights out once again. Fabiana grows increasingly paranoid, convinced she's not alone in the house. She begins searching for the source of her unease. Hans startles her once again, and she ends up falling and banging her head against the piano. Adrián finds her unconscious and quickly tends to her, giving her painkillers and water. Fabiana confesses that she feels unnerved staying in the house alone. Adrián reassures her it's just a series of coincidences, stormy weather and a mischievous dog. When she shares her theory that the house might be haunted, Adrián dismisses it with a laugh, saying the sounds she hears are just wind in the plumbing. Still, Fabiana remains suspicious. Then, Adrián receives a call from the detectives. They believe they may have found Belén's body. He goes to the morgue to identify the remains, but despite the pathologist's note that the body is too damaged to confirm visually, Adrián states that it's not Belén. Driving home, Adrián hears Fabiana upstairs saying sorry to someone. When he confronts her about it, she quickly claims she was just looking for a book and brushes off his concerns. Adrián reassures her that Belén is no longer a part of his life. As they embrace, the camera lingers on the mirror, revealing a translucent image of Belén, suggesting she is still in the house. We flash back to happier times when Adrián and Belén were biking at sunset. In the following scene, they're enjoying dinner, and Adrián reveals he's accepted a prestigious job in Bogotá. He has to leave in 15 days and asks Belén to come with him. She's hesitant at first but eventually agrees. In Bogotá, Adrián performs a major concert, and Belén looks on, proud and impressed. However, tension arises when Belén catches Adrián sharing a drink with Veronica, a violinist. Her suspicions grow. While Adrián is showering, she goes through his phone and finds flirty messages between him and Veronica. She confronts him. Adrián admits he was flirtatious but denies anything more. Belén demands he fire Veronica, but Adrián refuses and storms off to work. Feeling emotionally betrayed, Belén confides in the German landlady who owns the house. She wonders what Adrián would do if she vanished. The landlady tells her to test him. She then shows Belén a secret chamber, an old hidden room with soundproof walls, one-way glass, and a speaker that lets you hear what's going on outside. Belén hatches a plan. She records a goodbye video and locks herself inside the room to observe Adrián's reaction. But in a cruel twist of fate, she accidentally drops the key into a vent, trapping herself. She watches as Adrián breaks down watching the video. When she tries to exit, she realizes she can't. Trapped inside with no signal, she tries everything to get out, banging on the glass, trying other keys, even smashing the window with a chair, but nothing works. Adrián shows the video to the authorities, still unaware of her actual location. Meanwhile, Belén finds a journal left behind by the previous owner's husband and learns he was a former SS officer. She scavenges for old food and stale water, barely enough to survive. In the present, Adrián watches the video again and wishes her peace. Enraged, Belén hits a pipe, which causes the sink water in the bathroom to ripple, her only way of communicating. She continues pounding on the pipes, trying to get Adrián's attention, but he never notices. Eventually, her only light source breaks, leaving her in complete darkness. To her horror, she sees Adrián bring Fabiana into the house. Heartbroken, she watches them together. Although she hides, the speaker continues broadcasting their voices. Over time, Fabiana starts noticing the same strange sounds from the plumbing. Belén sees her finding the key and begins to bang frantically on the mirror. Fabiana can't hear her at first. Eventually, Fabiana begins to piece things together. After Adrián leaves to identify the body, Fabiana stares into the mirror and smiles, thinking Belén is truly gone. But something changes. She begins testing the water by speaking to the drain. When it ripples, she realizes someone is trying to communicate. She asks questions to confirm her suspicions and finally understands, Belén is alive and trapped within the house. Fabiana locates the hidden door. She sees Belén inside and finally understands the depth of what's happening. But just as she's about to unlock it, she hesitates. Instead of helping her, Fabiana withdraws the key, deciding to leave Belén imprisoned so she can keep Adrián to herself. The movie rewinds to the earlier scene of Fabiana apologizing upstairs as Adrián questions her. Now we know the truth. She was apologizing to Belén. Later, Detective Bernardo threatens Adrián in a parking lot, warning him that if anything happens to Fabiana, he'll come after him. Fabiana, consumed by guilt, returns home and tries to speak to Belén through the wall, but receives no response. Feeling immense remorse, she moves their belongings to another room, out of view from the mirror, but this upsets Adrián. The next morning, Bernardo arrives with photographs showing Adrián having an affair with Veronica. At the same time, Adrián ends things with Veronica at work. Fabiana is devastated and finally decides to set Belén free. While Adrián is at another concert, Fabiana enters the hidden chamber. She finds Belén lying still and calls out to her. Suddenly, Belén wakes up, grabs a bottle, and knocks Fabiana unconscious. She takes the key, escapes, and locks Fabiana inside. Belén leaves the key in the bedroom along with a photo of her and Adrián together, her final message. In the film's closing moments, we see Belén sitting peacefully on the beach. The camera then cuts to the hidden room one last time, where Fabiana, now the prisoner, pounds on the glass in despair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.